Tipton Unicom, Skyhawk 783 Fox Mike. Beauty check, please.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. Engine instrument.
Tipton traffic, Sky 787. Turning left crosswind, runway 28, staying in the pattern.
Flight instrument. Slightly. 300. Everything looks good.
Okay.
I'm gonna taxi and brake slightly to test my brakes. Okay. Yeah, do you want to test your brakes too?
Yes, please. I have the brakes, you have everything else. You have contact on the helicopter over there?
Yeah.
Good. My brakes work, you have control of everything.
I have control.
I would grab the controls if I were you, because there could be some outflow from his wake, particularly with the wind blowing this way. Pull the control column back. Pull the control column back, so that you're persuading the tail to stay down.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright.
Alright, let's stop now.
Yeah, I don't see any fluid.
Okay.
You haven't forgotten anything on the behind us.
Never underestimate the outwash from a helicopter blade when it's close to the ground, because it's hitting the ground and then going sideways. Okay?
Okay.
And this one, because the wind is blowing the way it is helping it come our way. Somebody's learning how to hover taxi. If you want to go forward, you're good now.
Tipton traffic, 3 Foxtrot Mike is taxiing from hangar 80 to runway 28 at Tipton.
Tipton 787, base to final 28 Tipton.
You got the power on quite a lot. I bet you might be using the brakes. The center line is between my legs. You need to move the airplane about 2 feet to the right. That's good. Have I shown you yet how to check the instruments?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that in this nice large space. Fairly aggressive turn to make sure the ball moves out of the middle.
So I'm going to make a left turn first.
Right. So the compass should go down, the DG should go down, the turn should go left, the ball should go to the right, and the angular bank should be 0. Alright?
Yep.
And then when you're ready, you can do it around the other way, and you can make the calls as to what should happen.
The total opposite, so the ball goes to the left, and the gyro is moving to the other side.
What about the compass?
The compass is also moving.
And the turn coordinator?
Turn coordinator, the ball, the plane is banking.
Right. Did you see the angular bank? How was it? Was it indicating that the airplane was in a bank turn, or was it level?
It was in a bank turn.
Okay, remember there are 5 things that you need to look at during that time.
Yeah, altimeter.
No. Compass, DG, turn, coordinator, ball, and angular bank.
Okay.
Alright, why are we here?
Oh, actually, we are going there to the run-up area.
We want to line the airplane up into the wind, but we don't want it to point somewhere where if it rolls forward and we don't notice, it smashes into a light.
Yeah.
Okay.
This should be fine. Brake set. Door secure.
Mine is.
Mine is trim set to take off. Yep. Fuel select on off. Light control. Light control check. Light instrument.
Which ones are you looking at?
I'm looking at the altitude indicator, the altimeter, the vehicle speed, and the gyro, and the coordinator.
And what are you looking at them for? What are you checking? Remember, when you just look at them, the examiner has no idea whether in fact you know what you're doing or whether you're just staring blankly in the right direction.
Okay.
So talk to him about it. The airspeed indicator should be 0, and it is. The artificial horizon, the model airplane is adjusted
to the weather horizon.
Right, to obliterate the horizon. The altitude is within 75 feet of the airfield published height.
Yep.
The VSI is within plus or minus 100. The compass makes sense because the runway is 28, and we're about 30 degrees off, so it should be around about 250, and it is roughly 250. We'll slave the DG to the compass, and the turn and bank indicates level flight with power, and the ball is in the middle.
Yes.
Okay, now the examiner knows that when you stare, you know what you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Right, continue.
Now the mixture goes to rich. Feet on the brake.
Have a look behind you, make sure you're not going to blow dust in somebody's face.
No, there's...
That's alright. Your slipstream is going to go slightly to the left of your tail, so it will go into the grass rather than to him.
Okay. Throttle to 1700.
At this point, this is where you don't want the airplane pointed at one of those taxi lights, because if your brakes fail, the airplane shoots forward, the prop will grind up the taxi light before you have the opportunity to stop it.
Okay.
Okay.
Magneto check. I'm gonna check the right magneto first. I have a drop of about 75. Back to both. RPM back to 1700. Now left mag. Drop of about 75. And back to both.
Good. Now, does it meet the criteria?
It does. They have to be less or equal to 125, and the difference between both have to be less than 50.
Okay.
Now the emitter check. The battery is discharging and recharging.
Traffic south 787, left downwind, runway 28 Tipton.
Now I'm going to bring the...
I saw you check the vacuum, but I didn't see you check the engine instruments, the temperature and pressure.
Aha! Yeah, I can skip that. So, RPM is good, all pressure is good, all pressure is good, all temperatures of the bag, but it's still in the green.
Good.
Now, mixture control. If I limit mixture, the RPM should be dropping.
Yep.
It does. And the carb heat. If I apply carb heat, there should be a slight drop, and it recovers when I disengage the carb heat.
It should be put back to full forward.
Full forward, okay.
Tipton traffic, Scott 787, turning west base runway 28 Tipton.
And then the throttle goes to idle.
Smoothly.
And it's running happily. Gonna apply some curb heat.
Tipton traffic, Sky 787, final
That
runway
is a
28.
very, very
Please
tiny
passing
drop,
road.
which recovers, and then throttle back to 1,000.
And now at this point you should bring the mixture back to the 2-finger widths bare metal.
Yeah. Alright, now the primer is locked. Light will turn the strobe.
Not yet,
light.
not yet though, when we get over to the whole bars.
Yeah, we'll take the runway. Transponder, the code is in. 4613, outbound encoding. Now takeoff brief and emergency plan. The plan is that if we get on the runway and we don't have 2200 RPM, then we don't take off at all. Now, if we are in the takeoff roll and we lose power or we have an emergency, I will bring the throttle back to idle and the mixture to idle cut off. I will raise the flaps and brake and exit the runway.
Okay.
If we are off the runway but we still have enough runway to land, I will bring the throttle back to idle, take shuttle cut off, full flaps to give us some drag and land.
What speed will you be flying at?
I will shoot for 65.
Yep. Okay.
So once we land, I will raise the flaps and apply braking.
Okay.
Now, if we are off the runway with no runway left to land, but we are below 1200 feet, then we will look for some place to put the airplane down. We will only try to come back to the runway.
787, left downwind, runway 28.
We'll only try to come back if...
We will try to come back only if we are at or above 1200 feet.
Okay, and if we do try to come back, what do we do?
We will make a turn back to the runway.
Will it be a shallow turn, and will it be a tight turn? What speed will it be at? Which way will you turn?
I think it should be a shallow turn.
No, it shouldn't. It should actually be a steep turn.
A steep turn?
2824 Romeo is taking the active 28, will be departing to the west.
Oi.
Traffic.
Oi. Okay. The information that I provided you in that document shows that if you perform a steep turn well coordinated, you will actually lose less altitude in the course of turning a particular number of degrees than if you do a shallow turn. You will be descending at a steeper rate, but you will be you will be making the turn much faster.
Yeah, okay.
At a 45-degree angle, you are turning at a rate of, instead of standard rate turn is 3 degrees per second. At a 45-degree angle, you're turning at 12 degrees per second.
So 4 times faster.
4 times faster. So if you want to turn through 180 degrees, you'll only take 15 seconds to do it. Whereas if you want to turn through 180 degrees at a shallow rate, you'll take 60 seconds to do it.
Yeah.
Now, the shallow rate, you'll be descending at about 600 feet per minute. The steep rate, you'll be descending at about 1,000, 1,200 feet per minute. So you're descending twice as fast, but you're going around the corner 4 times as fast. So, net, you get to your desired heading with less loss of altitude.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
The other consideration as to which way you turn is where's the wind coming from. The wind on the surface is not much, but it's coming from the south. The wind at altitude is coming from the southwest. So, given that we're going straight out, then we turn into the wind.
Yes.
Because, first of all, we get a narrow radius turn until we're coming back. And secondly, when we're coming back, the wind is behind us.
It's pushing us.
Whereas if we turn downwind, we'll make a wider turn, so we'll be further away from the
we'll be blown
airport.
away.
And when we come back, we'll be going crosswind rather than down the wind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. And that's what we do if things go wrong. What about things go right?
If things go right, we will be departing straight out to the northwest from here.
Yes, and so?
And we will climb to 1300 and fly level until we hit it there.
That is true, but what actions will we take between entering the runway and leveling at 1300 feet with the dam in view?
Okay, so we take the runway, we will do a short field takeoff, so flaps down to 10 degrees.
Do it while you remember it.
And we will apply full power and check that we have at least 2200 RPM.
Yep.
And then we will start the ground roll and lift off, rotate at 50 knot.
Yep, and?
And climb at 65.
No, 56.
56, the buzzer.
6. Yep. Okay, alright.
Climb at 56. Once we pass through 500 feet, then we'll lower the nose slightly and climb at 65. And once we pass 700 feet, then we will raise the flaps.
Okay, you can use 700 feet if you like. I use 500 feet to raise the flaps.
Okay.
On the altimeter. Yep, go ahead.
Then we'll climb at 76.
Correct. And what heading will we be on while we're doing that?
We will be on 280.
No. Our track will be 280 because we want to track the runway center line. We'll be on whatever heading is necessary to achieve that track.
To keep that track. Okay.
Alright, so let's then good look around to make sure nobody's around, and then when we're ready, we'll do it. Is there anything else? Okay, take off. No, there is nothing else. Alright. Aim at the windsock now.
Yeah.
You need to turn to the windsock briskly because all the time you're going diagonally forward, you're reducing the amount of maneuvering space that you're going to have when you get to the center line. That's good. That's good. Alright.
Wrong base clear, panels clear, base is clear, lead downwind is clear, and I don't see anyone on the runway.
Okay, so lights, camera, action.
Yep. Light, cameras recording, action, all levers pull forward except for the throttle.
Okay.
And then we will announce on the radio.
Go ahead.
Tipton traffic, November 783, departure Mike's taking runway 28 for departure to the northwest at Tipton.
Good call. Do it a little bit slower so that people who aren't used to your particular accent have plenty of time to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Remember, the whole point of it broadcasting that is for other people to understand it, to inform other people. And so the more effectively you do it the first time, the less chance that you have to repeat it. Slower is better. Don't forget your window before you run up.
I saw that right now. Line up.
Like the nose to be actually pointed on the center line. The line of rivets in front of you should be on the center line. Alright.
Yep, it is now.
Okay.
Yeah, brakes.
Are you on the right runway?
Yes, runway confirmed 28.
Confirmed how?
I'm looking at the numbers 28.
Alright, good. Alright, good. Go ahead.
Full power. I have 122 RPMs.
Idle on ailerons to the left. Wind sock to the left. And gradually bring the ailerons to the center as you increase speed. Gradually, 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 gradually.
I have 50.
Alright, you once again, you let the airplane drift to the left just before rotate speed. Try and remember, you hold that right rudder in until the airplane is actually off the ground. Or right rudder to keep the ball in the middle. Speed is a little bit low. It's okay. It's okay. It's 55. Right. Now, what do you think the wind is going to do to you as you climb? It's going to blow you to the
right.
So just turn left a little bit. Turn left a little bit too. Turn to about 275, maybe, to angle into the wind.
Okay, we have 500.
Lower the nose, and as you lower the nose, pick a place to aim at.
I have a place, yep.
Okay, and then continue your climb, but keeping that place in view. And then you can have a look over your right shoulder, and you should be able to see the runway, and you can see whether you are aligned with it or not. Taking into account the angle. Of course, you have an angle on, so it will appear to be somewhat right in your eyes view, but
flaps up.
Okay.
10 minutes to start
And
up.
now you're flying
76.
Yeah, we're very slightly right of the runway, very slightly left, a bit too much. Back. The actual runway heading is not 280, the actual runway heading here is 285.
Okay.
So if you fly 280, you probably offset the wind. And 76 knots now.
Yep.
And there's your racetrack. So
I see the racetrack.
okay, so when it's safe to do so, you can start turn to pass the left side of the racetrack. Right up before you turn.
So we come across.
And we were off at time 20.
Ocean City traffic, 784.79 back with about 10 miles to the north, setting up for left downwind.
It's very hazy.
Yep, it is. So, I'm going to talk to Potomac now.
Clear of Class Bravo as well as Frederick Class Delta airspace, Photo Montana 3004.
3004, proceed on course, Delta Bravo, 90476 Romeo.
Now, just note the heading that you're flying that got you to the racetrack and continue to fly that heading.
Okay.
Maintain 1300 feet. Potomac approach, good evening, 783 Foxtrot. Mike is about 3 west of Tipton for Woolly.
783 Foxtrot, Mike, thanks. Transponder reserve, proceed on course to main clear of Bravo airspace. Photo Montana 3004. Just remember they are landing east at Baltimore, so it's going to be a lot of jets coming over you today.
Roger, sir, thank you. 3004 outside Bravo.
57 kilo, you're
There's the water, so that gives you a point to aim at now. That's the, this end of the water is the Rocky Gorge Dam. Your altitude is a little bit high, power's also high, power at back.
Yep, I see the dam.
Alright, now note whatever heading you're... Whatever you... not too much correction, not too much correction, because you're going along the line of the dam now, and you want to go that way.
Okay.
Okay, so turn about 10 degrees left.
And this is left should be right, yeah.
Okay, and just fly that heading.
Okay.
Okay. If you make any last minute corrections in order to get over your waypoint, then those last minute corrections aren't representative of the route that of the average of the route you follow to get there, are they?
Yeah. So what threw me off was that other multi-legged water tower that I saw over there.
Yep, that's it. That's it. And the heading you're flying is going to take you to the bridge.
Yeah. There's the next check.
The airplane's on a left turn at the moment. Left side of the combing is lower than the right side. That's a horrible transmission on the 1215, isn't it? There you are, you're coming right over the bridge. Well done.
I see the bridge.
Yeah, wait until you're actually at the bridge, don't fly before. And then you can turn 15 degrees right and climb to 2300 feet.
We are over the bridge. Full power, climb to 23.
Pick a place to the extent that you can that's 15 degrees to the right, turn to it, climb. Good ground, including airliners that might be above you.
And then I see the reservoir from here.
Yeah. A little bit more right rudder. All in the middle. Today's a useless day for practicing steep turns because you don't have any distant target that you can aim at.
Yeah, I don't have a reference point really.
That's right. So we'll go out to Caroll County and we'll do some landings there.
And they have a nice long runway, so that should be very useful.
Be careful what you wish for.
True. Yeah, 50 on my target.
Potomac approach 90476 Romeo. Get this work inside. 90476 Romeo, thank you. Remain on your transponder code until you land. Change to advisory frequency is approved. Skip the code onto the ground, 90476 Romeo, thank you.
Okay, yeah, almost at the dam.
Right, let me introduce you to squelch control on your intercom. Put your finger on the button here.
Yeah.
Now turn it to the left and you'll turn it to the right.
Yeah.
And it cuts out. That's the squelch on your headphone, on the noise being fed into your headphone.
Yeah.
You have no control over whatever some idiot did on the flight before you to set it such that it's most uncomfortable, but if you want to control it, the nearer knob actually controls the volume, but the further knob controls the squelch, the amount of noise which is being filtered out.
Perfect.
If you turn it down too much, of course, you won't hear anything at all.
So once we are over the dam, which is almost here, we should be outside easily and we can climb to 3300.
Right, but first of all, we want to pick a place that we're going to turn to, which is the oil tank.
I can see the whole thing from here.
Yep, you can, even in this crappy weather.
Alright, I'm gonna make a right turn. Make sure there's no one coming from the right here behind us.
It's a much better turn. Rudder staying nicely, all staying nicely in the middle.
Yeah.
Potomac, Diamond Star, 238 Delta Charlie, Jasonsburg in sight.
238 Delta Charlie, Potomac, thanks.
Right.
Use caution.
And what can we do now?
1 o'clock,
Excuse
6
me?
miles.
What can we do now?
2,400.
No, yeah, now we can climb to 3300.
Correct.
O'clock and 3 miles. Maneuvering is a Tampico at 1,900 indicated. Remain on your transponder code until you land. Change to advisory frequency is approved. Good day.
Potomac, Diamond Star, 238 Delta Charlie, Gaithersburg in sight.
I'm going to start 238 Delta Charlie, roger. Once again, traffic at your 1 and 12 o'clock. 3.5 miles now, maneuvering a Piper 2,400 indicated, inbound to Gaithersburg.
Lower the nose some more. You won't be see the guy who's coming up from below you unless you lower the nose and look over the top of it. Alright, that's good.
That's interesting. Someone has a funny looking base down here. It looks like a piece of art.
Uh-huh.
Number 36 Charlie, you're outside the Washington SFRA. Spark VFR, change supervisory frequencies approved. Good day.
36 Charlie, good day, sir. Thank you very much.
You look down here, just behind the strut, close to the airplane. See an airfield?
Yeah, I see like a grass,
That's right.
a grass strip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That is the one which is... There, Glen Air.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I think I will turn on to the viewer so we can follow that.
Okay, let's do that.
179 return. Gonna be nav 1.
No, this is nav 1.
Nope.
This one is nav 2.
Nav 2.
Remember, you have to pull out to give priority to the Morse over the voice, and then turn the volume up.
Hazardous weather.
Not that much.
Of the Westminster
And it comes out once every 10 seconds.
Reported at 2159er Zulu.
Yep.
Convective Signet 51 Eastern, valid until
That is the
55 Zulu. From 50 nautical miles, south-southeast
That is
of Downtown
different.
to 20 nautical miles, north-northwest of Casanova to 30 nautical miles, east-northeast of Lynchburg to 50 nautical miles, south of Elkin to 50 nautical miles, south-southeast of Johnstown, area...
I don't need that.
No, that's fine.
Do I have to leave it in to get the signal here?
You've identified it. You're
Okay.
quite right. You don't need it anymore. No, it's to the right, so you need to move so the numbers go up. Not too fast, not too fast.
This is about 24.
Yeah. Notice you've climbed 100 feet while you were doing that because you were pulling the control column back. You need to divide your attention so that you don't focus on any one thing to the exclusion of anything else for more than 4 seconds at a time. If you can't do it in 4 seconds, stop doing it, pay attention to everything else, and then come back and do it again. This is why I will teach you that you change the frequencies by changing the integers and then looking around, and then changing the decimals and then looking around.
We are almost over.
We are, it's just down here by the right wheel.
Okay. now we're gonna turn to
When it's safe.
24.
024.
Zero two four.
Headings are always 3 digits. 024.
3 Foxtrot Mike, you're out for the SFRA, squawk VFR, change supervisor, frequencies approved, good day.
You reply. 3 Foxtrot Mike, squawk VFR, thank you, good day.
3 Foxtrot Mike, Scott VFR, thank you.
Right, and then you press the VFR button there. Okay? Don't pull the nose up, don't pull the nose up. And you've turned to intercept, that's fine. How much more are you going to turn? Or is that a decent intercept angle?
No, it's another decent angle. Let me see. 3-1. If I follow, if I fly heading 030,
Yep.
I should be go to the.
You should if there's no wind.
Yes.
What you're trying to achieve is to track of 030. This is where you take account of the fact that the wind is coming from 230, so it's almost directly behind you. It'll be a very small push to the right, but it will give you much more, and you can climb now to 3,500 feet, because we're outside the SFRA. There's no airspace limitations in our area, and so we should really be obeying the hemispherical rule.
Okay.
And when you get an opportunity, you can dial up the Caroll County AWOS and put it in there.
November.
It was? Oh yeah, for
Caroll transponder observed. Proceed on course, remain clear of past Bravo airspace. Photo mark 3004.
2-1-2-1-2-5.
Now put in the integers and then look up and look around. And put in the decimals, look up and look around. Okay.
08 remarks. Density altitude missing. Caroll County Airport. Automated weather observation 2237 Zulu weather wind 220 at 5 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature missing dew point missing altimeter 3008 remarks density altitude missing.
Alright, which
Caroll
runway are
County
you going to land on if the wind is 220?
223
220, now they have
wind 220 at 6 visibility 10 clear below 1
we have a 16 runway and the other one
dew point missing
plus 18.
altimeter 3008 remarks density altitude missing.
the rules of not doing math while flying.
Are you finished with this?
Caroll County Airport.
Let's get that out of your
Automated
headset.
weather.
Alright, now which of the
24 Romeo traffic at your 11 to 12 o'clock, 3 miles
which of the runway numbers is closest to the first 2 digits of your wind?
Looking for the traffic.
22.
Zulu traffic at your 1 to 12
Now it's 16.
miles.
And then you'll be landing 16.
Maneuvering. Altitude 2,200.
We should be getting close to the VOR.
7 Delta Zulu. Baltimore's landing east, so there's going to be a lot of jet
So you're
traffic
turning
landing
4-5, which is why it's gone to the left. You need when it's safe to do so, you need to turn back to about 025 to track it.
There is an airliner. Hi.
Oh yeah. There's an instrument standard terminal arrival route which comes over the Westminster VOR. That's what he's doing. But they never do that at 3,500 feet.
Eagle 24 Romeo, the traffic's now just about 1 o'clock and a mile south-southeastbound 1,400 indicated.
You now need to put the CTAF in your number 1 box and change to the CTAF frequency.
1227.
Delta Zulu, that traffic that's my 3 o'clock now, that's 700 feet above me, he's no factor.
Thank you.
Right. Check. Right.
21056 departing.
You now just passed the VOR. I see you've gone from So what heading do you, what radial do you fly to get to the Carroll County?
0.
Alright, so put 0 on there then. And it tells you to need to turn left, which is hardly surprising because you're flying 020. So turn left to about 350 when it's safe to do so. And you will very quickly intercept the needle, which is why I've only given you a 10-degree intercept angle, because you're very close to the signal source. Now, do you see Carroll County out there?
I think there's the hill down there.
Okay, that's correct. Just hold your heading, 350, and we'll maintain 3500.
Cambridge traffic.
Is the needle starting to come in?
Yes.
See how fast it comes in because you're very close to the signal source, so wait until it's about, hold your heading until it's about 2 dots, 4 degrees, and then turn onto 00.
1,800 for 3,500 off of Caroll County, eastbound, 2300 Mike.
Carroll County traffic, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is about 2 miles north of the VOR at 3,500, northbound on the 000 radial at Carroll County.
Okay, here we go. Light turn to 00.
Carroll County traffic, experimental minor cylinder, departing runway 16, departing traffic pattern to the north, Carroll County.
About 4.5 to the north, got the traffic in sight that's heading for Cambridge.
Alright, now, with the if you're going to land on runway 16, where's your 45-degree joint point?
16 is from the other side, so it is a left traffic. So we need to go out and come back and join by those buildings down there.
So, given you can see the airfield there,
Yes.
look at the countryside and pick a place which is your 45-degree joint point.
Okay. Okay. I'm picking that small lake over there.
Alright, so what you need to do is maneuver the airplane so that you pass over that small lake at 1,600 feet on a heading of 295 degrees.
Okay.
And don't descend until you're at least 2 miles away from the airfield, because if you do, you may descend onto the traffic pattern from above. So by all means, turn in the direction you want when it's safe to do so. Have a good look for traffic, but hold your altitude until you're 2 miles away from the airfield and then start your descent. Carroll County traffic, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is now overhead Carroll County, 3,300 feet. We're going north to maneuver for a 45 join to runway 16 at Carroll County.
Cambridge traffic 368.
Stop turn now because you want to give yourself some time for a right turn later on to come back like that.
Okay.
And you can start a gradual descent as long as you don't go, let's see, the traffic pattern is 1,600, so you don't want to go below 2,600.
Okay.
Bay traffic, White Cessna is 7 miles to the north, inbound for landing. Going to be straight in 19, Cape May.
You've got 1,700 feet to lose, so that's going to take you a couple, 2 minutes.
Cambridge traffic 368 on the 45.
And you don't want to get too close because you're going to give yourself an extremely tight turn.
Landing runway 17.
True.
Hi. Knock, knock. Hey, your regional guy, stop the nonsense.
Cambridge traffic, Bonanza 36 Charlie's turning inbound on the 45 for 16 Cambridge, about 2 miles out.
This is a classic example of how important it is to listen to other transmissions. Cambridge has the same frequency and the same runway numbers, 16 and 34.
Wow.
So you've got to be very careful to listen and sort out which traffic is for your airfield as opposed to the airfield which is about 60 miles away.
I'm going to start my right turn now.
Okay, that's good.
Cambridge traffic 368 is about 2 miles out. 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 2 miles out.
probably want to go down a bit faster, so pull the carburetor down, bring the revs back to about 1700.
Cambridge traffic, 36 Yankee, base for runway 16, Cambridge.
Bay traffic, Cessna 499 Kilo Whiskey on a 5 mile for runway 19.
So I was supposed to hold 2600.
Well, you're now 2 miles from the airfield, so you can you can go below 2600.
Okay, I see that lake.
You must be, because you were overhead the airfield and you flew for 2 minutes at 100 knots, so you must be at least 3 miles away. Alright, now don't fly to it, fly to a place over there, so that you can turn onto it at 295. You need that place to be up top. Come over it.
Okay.
Touch Valley traffic, just turn down 121. Touch Valley.
Another 200 feet to go.
Cambridge traffic, Bonanza 36 Charlie, left base 16, Cambridge, full stop.
And when you reach 1600, put the airplane in traffic pattern configuration.
9310 Julia flying runway 16 RNAV, 10 miles to the north, coming up on unit, purple stop, 16 Caroll.
Alright, 1600, copy, hit out, RPM. Bottom of the green arc.
Yep, flaps. Good, good.
Yeah, below 110.
Yep.
10%.
Alright.
And yeah, here's the lake. So
Turns 295, turns 295. Don't worry about seeing the airfield. You've worked out this is the right place to be. You're at the right altitude, right heading. The runway will appear.
319.
Alright, do you have the runway now?
yeah, I have the runway.
Good. See how it works? Carroll County traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike is now established on a 2 mile 45 for runway 16 at Carroll County. Aircraft on the RNAV 16A distance from Carroll County, please.
Yeah, we're about 10 miles out.
And speed?
Yeah, we're 182, we'll be doing about 90 knots all the way in.
Roger, we'll be there before you.
Traffic 120 west, Skyhawk.
You're gradually losing altitude. You don't want to go below traffic pattern altitude. You got your checklist out, ready for the before landing checks? Don't do them yet, but have it ready so that when you do them, you don't have a shuffle paper.
Maneuvering approximately 3 southwest
feet low now.
cement plant 4000.
You need a bit more power, 80, because the reason why you're descending is you don't have enough power. Right, and remember last time you did this, you turned too late and you were too close to the runway.
Yes.
So make a judgment now as to when you think it's appropriate to
I
turn.
think this is appropriate to turn.
Okay, then turn.
Alright, turn.
Cambridge traffic, 36 Yankee, downwind, runway 16, Cambridge.
You're still 80 feet low, so add a bit of power. Right, so 3 C's, first of all configure, make sure the airplane is properly configured and properly trimmed.
Shasta County, Cessna 6140 call, about 5 to the south.
Hit flaps.
Planning on entering a 45 left downwind.
Second C is call, so when there's a break in the patter, you call your midfield downwind 16 at Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, downwind, runway 16, Carroll County.
Third one is check.
Traffic at Falcon is 10 miles to the north, 3,000 feet over 5 field. At 3,000, we'll rejoin the downwind for 29 Chester County.
Okay, that's Chester County, that's way away. So checks now.
Yep, checks, fuel selector, extras, full reach, 2000 RPM, yes, curve heat, on, yes.
Leave the throttle until you are ready to make the turn.
This looks like 45 degrees from the...
Okay, so pick a place under the wing that you're going to turn to.
Okay.
See the runway, alright?
Okay, I got it.
Alright, turn left now. Power back to 15.
Power back
flaps
to
to 20.
15. Flaps to 20.
Continue the turn, fairly sharp. To that place.
Cambridge traffic, 36 Yankee turning left base, runway 16, Cambridge.
On the radio, call
Traffic 7 to 120.
left base.
Mile final
16, Caroll County.
Carroll County traffic. 3 Foxtrot Mike, left base, runway 16, Carroll County.
Good.
Chester County traffic, Falcon 5 miles north of the field, 3000, well over flight field, north to south, rejoin the downwind 29 Chester County.
Good. Now have a look at the perspective of the runway.
Cambridge traffic, 36 Yankee
How does
turning
it
final,
look?
runway 16,
I
Cambridge.
think it looks good.
Okay. Make sure that nobody coming down. Long final.
40 Golf A, we're Cessna 150, we're at 1,660, and we're about 5 southeast.
I'm gonna start my turn shortly.
Carroll County traffic, Skylane 90310, Sierra Juliet, 5 miles to the north on the RNAV 16 for a full stop.
You need to
Sierra
keep
Juliet.
70 knots until you're full flap.
Carroll traffic has 6593.
You're quite flat now, so add a bit of power. Add power. Alright, and call final. You're half mile final for 16.
2,500, we're north to south,
You're not lined up with the centre line. Slight right turn.
Carroll County, 3 Foxtrot Mike, half mile final, runway 16, Carroll County.
See the lights say three reds, 1 white?
Yes,
You're low. Alright, so add power.
Go ahead, this is 140 Golf.
Okay, until you get two whites. Now you're on glide slope. 2 whites, 2 reds. All right. So
Yes.
now continue to fly at 70 knots until you think you can glide to the runway, and then simultaneously pitch back for 65 with your left hand, power out, and flaps down with your right hand.
I
You
can
can
do
do
it
it
from
now.
here. Flaps 30.
Pitch.
Pitch for
65.
65.
65. No, lower the nose. 65. Right. Eyes up, and you're slightly right, so a little bit of left rudder. That's good. That's much better. All right, I have control.
You have control.
Carroll County traffic, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is touch and go, 16 remaining in the traffic pattern, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, Skylane 90310, Sierra Juliet, 3 miles to the north on the RNAV 16, making straight in, full stop, Carroll County, 1 Sierra Juliet.
We're drifting a little bit to the right, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and I'm going to recover to a normal flight now. Speed increase to 65, flaps up, and let speed increase to 76, and pitch up, and trim up. There, you have control.
I have control.
Right rudder to keep the ball in the middle. You're going to turn left at 1,300 feet.
Chester County traffic, Falcon left base, 29 Chester County, turning about a 3 mile left base.
Thornton traffic, Cessna 741 to 4 November, entering the crosswind entry, have the traffic on the runway in sight.
Speed is reducing.
Yep.
Ball is not in the middle.
Chester County traffic, Falcon left base to final.
Speed should be
About
76.
Final now, 29 Chester County.
Carroll County traffic, Skylane
You're
90310,
50
Sierra
feet
Juliet,
from your
on
target, so
16.
put the airplane in traffic pattern configuration and turn.
Hits, RPM.
And turn simultaneously. Make sure nobody's coming on early downwind or on the 45. That has announced. Climbing now. Oh, feel that you're not pushing forward against that lift. We just gained 100 feet. Right, speed should be 76. Actually, on the downwind, speed should be about 80. 75 to 80.
Chester County traffic, Falcon on the mile and a half final, full stop, 29 Chester County.
Cambridge traffic, 36 Yankee turning left base, runway 16, Cambridge.
I'm making a mistake.
You're 100 feet high. So ease the power back very slightly.
bottom with green arc.
Okay, so configure. Make sure the airplane is set up.
Traffic,
Trim. At the moment you're trying to persuade it to lose a little altitude, so you want the power back a little bit, just a little bit. Just let it sit there for a couple of, for about 20 seconds and it'll lose that altitude. Okay, you've configured, call.
Caroll County, November 7, 83 Foxtrot Mike, downwind runway 16 Caroll County.
And then check.
Carroll County 29501, currently between the airport and the cement factory, 2,300 feet doing maneuvers. Carroll.
Carroll traffic as 65938 Yankee is also between the cement plant and the airport. We're about 3 to the southwest of the airfield, maneuvering 3,300 Carroll.
Alright, so now you've reached your altitude, so put in 100 revs or so to stop the descent.
Northerly heading as well. We should be well above you. We're climbing through 3,600 now.
110 Carroll County, 10 Julius down and clear 16 Carroll.
13 Juliet, were you the guy on the GPS 16 approach?
We were.
Okay, thank you very much. Alright, go ahead.
And I'm going to turn.
Yep.
Button.
Turn base. You're going a bit far out from the airfield. Particularly since the wind is coming from that way, so it's giving you a slow base.
500 transitioning to the north, Carroll.
Chester County 140 Golf, 11 for 29, Chester County.
You should be flying the base at 75 knots. Tell me when you got 75 knots.
70. 75.
Ground speed's only 64 though. You're fighting at 11 knots. So you could afford to be closer in or to descend less fast. Descend at a lesser sink rate. You're getting quite low again, so add some power, add some power. Add enough power that the VSI goes level. Lots of power, lots of power. Nobody coming down long final. And you can call, since you didn't call base, you can call base turning final 16.
Caroll County, traffic 783 Foxtrot Mike, turn in, base final 16 Caroll County.
The term is on base turning final.
On base turning final.
Right, okay. Now you got 4 white, so you can start reducing the power and you're drifting left of the center line now. Back onto the center line. You should be at 70 knots now. Raise the nose to get 70 knots.
7. Okay.
And you're sinking versus the runway, so a bit more power, a bit more power. So you got 4 reds now. Alright, now.
We can glide from here.
Then power back. Pitch for 65 at the same time. You've got to pitch for 65 at the same time. Pitch for 65. Now let it hold 65, let it come down. As it comes down, raise the nose, raise the nose, hold it, raise the nose. There, that's a lovely landing. Alright, okay, I have control.
You have control.
Very important that as you reach out with your right hand to
Carroll traffic as 65.
throttle back and flaps down, your left hand comes back for you to pitch 65. Carroll County traffic, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is touch and go on the go, runway 16, closed traffic pattern, Carroll County. Alright, we'll recover to level flight. Or recover to, sorry, climb speed, not level flight. There's 65, flaps up. Just keep it climbing with a little bit of right rudder.
Carroll County traffic, Hawker 474 Charlie Foxtrot, jet traffic taxiing from the SkyTech ramp to runway 16.
Right, you have control now. It's a little bit slow, so let it.
I have control.
Okay, just keep a little bit of climb, but stop at 76. So raise the nose at 76. Don't let it go up to 80, otherwise you won't get anywhere. So you've got a high density altitude and a poor performing engine.
1056 base for 29, Suffolk County.
Turn. Airplane's more important than radio. Fly the airplane first, fly the radio second.
Suffolk County traffic, Archer, Skyhawk 21056, base to final for 29, Suffolk County.
You're not turning steep enough. You're using too much countryside. You need to turn at about 25 degrees back.
That's 66333.
And let's stop turn now.
6 miles, we're going to intercept it.
Look for early downwind. Look for 45-degree traffic. And if you don't see anybody, then turn to the downwind, but stop your climb because you're already at traffic pattern altitude. So power back traffic pattern configuration. Flaps to 10. Push through the lift. You can afford to be a bit closer to the airfield because of the wind against you on the base leg. Either that or you want a smaller sink rate on the base leg, so instead of bringing the power back to 1500, bring it back to about 17 or 1800.
Okay.
One or the other, either of them is fine. So you need to configure. Yep.
I'm gonna call.
Okay.
Caroll County traffic, 783 departure on Mike, downwind runway 16, Caroll County.
Caroll traffic, Aztec 5938, Yankees 45, left traffic, runway 16, traffic on the downwind inside Caroll.
Aztec, the traffic in front of you will be doing 75 knots on the downwind, 70 knots on final.
Roger that, we're doing 160 right now, but you're also about 2 to 3 miles in front of us. We'll give you space.
Thank you, sir. Okay. One advantage of these hazy conditions is that they only come along when there's no turbulence.
No.
So it's a nice smooth day. If it was turbulent, the wind would be moving all this junk around the sky, so it wouldn't be hazy. That's about where you should be turning now.
Yeah, 45.
Okay, so let's do it now. Turn.
Suffolk County traffic, Skyhawk.
Power back, 1700. Turn left, turn left.
Traffic taking off runway 16, heading southbound up to 3000.
Pitching for 75.
Caroll traffic, Aztec 5938, Yankees, midfield left downwind, runway 16, traffic
Nose is wait.
site.
County 6140.
Alright, you're just about to land behind a jet, so you must land, your wheels must touch down before he lifts off the ground, the place where he lifts off the ground. Call base, turning final.
Caroll County traffic, 783 departure on Mike, turn in, base turn final, 16, Caroll County. Okay. Yep.
Don't pull the stick back because otherwise your speed will slow. Your speed's slowed now. Alright, so you need to touch down in the first quarter of the run. Don't let the speed increase too much. 70 knots. 70 knots. Bring the power back to control your sink rate. Just slightly left of the center line.
Left downwind behind the traffic.
Speed is too fast. You're at 75. You should be at 70. Bring the power back to compensate for lifting the nose.
Caroll County traffic, Hawker 474, Charlie Foxtrot, jet traffic, 1,300, climbing 3,000, heading 180 out of the pattern, Caroll County.
Can you glide from here?
I can glide from here, yes.
Then power back, flaps down, pitch for 65, and
Caroll
don't
traffic,
drift left, don't drift left.
Yankee turning left base, runway 16, Caroll County.
Hold 65, it will come down like a lead balloon once it stabilizes. Eyes to the far end, raise the, hold it, keep it level, right, hold it. That's good, alright. Carburetor heat in, throttle in, but hold the stick forward, throttle all the way forward, hold the stick forward with your left hand, flaps to 10, hold it on the ground until flaps to 10, and then you can do a short fuel takeoff.
5938 Yankees turning about 1.5 miles final, runway 16,
Alright, that's good.
Touch and go, Caroll County.
Carroll County traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike, touch and go, 16 remaining in the traffic pattern, Carroll County. You want 56 knots at the moment because you're doing a short field takeoff. Even though we've got a long runway, we use quite a lot of it in landing, so we're going to treat it as a short runway for takeoff purposes.
And I need more right rudder.
And you can recover to normal flight now because we're well over the boundaries. No, don't raise the flaps till you raise your airspeed. Lower the nose to 65 first, then raise the flaps. Remember, what this does, it may raise the flaps, but it also raises the stall speed.
Traffic has 6593 Yankee, short final 16, touch and go, Carroll County.
And we pitch for 70.
Yeah, and when you reach 1300, turn left. So before you turn, pick a place over there you're going to turn to.
Okay. 1300, I have a spot.
Right, now you want 25-degree bank angle. That's 25 degrees. Take a mental picture of that angle there. That's what you want.
Okay.
It's a bit shallow. It's shallowing a bit. Bit steeper, Keep climb going. That's good.
And that should be level now.
That's excellent. Look, you're 90 degrees. Excellent. All right, keep climb going. You don't want speed. Now, anybody coming on early downwind?
No, I don't see no one.
Anybody on the 45?
No one.
Okay. 50 feet before, so turn left. Turn left. The other effect, and bring this, put the up in traffic pattern configuration before it climbs anymore. Now beat out. Now back.
November 8904 Charlie is maneuvering 3 miles south of the cement at 3000.
The other thing that's happening to you because of the wind from the south is just as you're slowing on base, so your ground speed on crosswind is fast. So you're actually going further north on the crosswind that you'd like to. So this is one of those occasions where it may be a good idea not to wait until you reach traffic pattern altitude before you turn downwind. One of those occasions where you might turn downwind before you reach traffic pattern altitude. It's all a question of managing the aircraft relative to the wind to achieve a rectangular pattern.
That's County traffic 056 is crosswind. We've got the downwind traffic at site.
Carroll traffic as 6593 Yankee, turning left crosswind runway 16 traffic on the downwind in sight, Carroll County.
Alright, you configured?
Yep.
Okay, make your call.
Maryland traffic, this is Skyhawk 52516, going around, Maryland.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, downwind runway 16 South Carroll County.
And now check.
Oh, looks good.
That's County traffic 056 Skyhawk is downwind for 29er number 2.
Yeah, there's no here.
Nope, because it was runway 29. He should have put the airfield name on the end. But
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this looks good.
Yep, then turn. Turn at the same time.
This is Skyhawk 52516.
Pitch was 75 on the base leg.
Okay.
140 Golf, turning base for 29, Chester County, for touch and go.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Bravo, 10 miles to the southeast of the field, inbound on the 45 for downwind entry to runway 16, Carroll County.
Call base.
Traffic as 6593 Yankee, midfield left downwind runway 16 base traffic in sight, stop to go, Carroll.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, left base for 106 of Carroll County.
Good.
Gonna start my turn now.
Yep. What speed should you be coming out of your turn at?
70.
Good.
Chester County, 6140 Golf, turning final for 29. This will be a touch and go, and we'll
And you're quite high. You're nicely high, so you can start bringing the power back to sink a bit faster, and you can move in this direction. Your decision, I can glide from here because you've got more height than you've had in the past.
Traffic as
Okay.
593.
You can glide from here.
Runway
Okay, so
Power. And pitch, pitch at the same time.
yeah, I'm pitching for
65, 65, 65, 65. Raise the nose to get 65.
turning left base,
Bring the airplane under the center line.
65.
Carroll County traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike, short final 16, option Carroll County. Coordinated turn to get it up to the center line.
Papa Delta holding short 16, waiting for traffic on the base.
Back to the other way.
County, November 9,
All right.
Charlie, maneuvering over the cement.
Okay, it was a gentle landing, but we'd have preferred it was a straight landing, so copied in.
Carroll traffic.
Push with your left hand, throttle in.
Cement factory in the airport 2000.
Flaps to 10, hold it on the ground until you got flaps to 10.
flaps to turn.
Then make sure you got 50 knots and
50
climb.
knots.
And take off. Just like you did at Tipton. That was a nice gentle landing, but next time let's make sure we're actually aligned with the runway.
The runway, yes.
Yep. Are you having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Good. And because there's no obstructions around the airport,
5938.
lower the nose down.
One-way, one.
Lower the nose now and convert to best rate climb. You don't have to climb to
65, flaps up.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo is 5 miles to the southeast of the field, inbound on the 45 for downwind entry to runway 16, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic. Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike is upwind 16, closed back Carroll County.
I'm gonna turn at 1200.
Okay, now turn at 25 degrees of bank and turn downwind when it's only 1500 feet.
Okay.
Bit steeper. You're only about 20 degrees, bit steeper. You just made it a bit shallower. Right, not quite there this time. It should have been about 070. You're about 085. All right.
Cambridge traffic.
Look back. It's time to turn now. Time to turn now, even though you're at 1450 feet.
1,800 people land about 5 miles west of the airport.
Remember in the diagram I show the eyeball looking out back at the runway at this point?
Yeah.
That's where you make the judgment that you've just made. Oh, there's an airplane to the right, or is it?
Yeah, we're gonna do a right traffic pattern. That way you guys don't have to follow us. We're
Is he going around?
Yeah, he's going around. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a problem. We're going to do a 180 simulated 180 power off on 29er.
London traffic.
Carroll traffic as 6593. Yankees on the go 16, Carroll County, right turn.
Climbing. You're not pushing through the lift.
County 6140 Golf.
All right.
Running right downwind.
Has it configured yet?
It is configured, yes.
Okay.
County traffic, Skyhawk 618 Papa Delta is taking 16, departing to the southeast. It's going to be a left downwind departure, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, downwind runway 16 at Carroll County.
Try to give people a better impression of where you are on the downwind by saying early downwind or midfield downwind or late downwind. If you're within the confines of the runway ends, you're midfield downwind. And you're in a descent now.
Downwind for Carroll County. What's your position?
3 Foxtrot Mike is just abeam the numbers 16 on the downwind at 75 knots.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo is downwind for 16, number 2, Carroll County.
Carroll traffic as 6593. Yankees 1,400 feet with a right turn to the southwest.
Tell you what, we'll make this a full stop.
Okay.
And I'll plan to go back to Tipton because it's half an hour to sunset.
We've lost you.
Let's turn now.
516. Carroll County, November 894, Charlie, maneuvering over the cement 4000 and descending to 2,000.
75 knots.
Yeah, we have the in-flight Chester County traffic. We're about the same location. We're going to extend our downwind a little bit.
Call left base.
Right now for a short approach for 29er, Chester County.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, left base runway 16 Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, 618 Papa Delta, no left cross at 16, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo is base for 16 on the traffic turning final on site, Carroll County.
traffic, 056 is short final, 29
70 knots now. You're somewhat left of the centre line. Move it to the right now so you can get stabilised on the centre line early rather than trying to do it at the last moment like you did last time. That's right. Okay, when you think you can glide, remember, pull back with the left hand while you pull back with the right hand on the flaps.
938 Yankee is towards the southwest of the airfield.
Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back.
700 towards the cement plant, Carroll County.
Hold 65, still, the edges come up around your ears, then hold it, hold it, hold it. Bit more back, bit more back. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, hold it, bring it to the centre line with the right rudder. Bring it to the centre line with the rudder. Start applying a little bit of brake. A little bit more brake because you're going to take a yellow line quite quickly. There's the yellow line in front of you, faded, I admit, but there it is. You're going to follow the yellow line off. You need to put the whole of the airplane on the land side of the hold bars and facing to the left.
Sure, County traffic experimental 907 Mike Bravo is on the go for 16 Carroll County.
Make the call.
Yep.
Carroll County traffic, 72 Foxtrot Mike's clear runway 16, Carroll County.
Okay. That was good. That last landing. The touchdown was good. You pulled up a bit too much afterwards, which is why it went in the air again. That's another thing you've got to learn, how much muscle power is enough, how much is too much. But you're improving fantastically. After landing checks now.
From the southwest, we're going to hold over nearby 3000 for VR34.
Carroll County traffic, Skyline 9310.
Make sure lean.
Directly to the VO. Carroll
Don't
County.
hit off.
Carroll traffic,
No lights.
Yankee is maneuvering one to the east of the
Brim
cement
to
plant,
take off.
3000 Carroll.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo is downwind for 16 Carroll County.
East of the cement at 1800.
48 Charlie 3 Yankee insight, no factor.
Have insight too, thank you.
All of this without a single piece of radar help separators from each other. When I explain to people who aren't pilots, no, we do all of this without radar, they simply don't believe me.
Well, yeah. It's a bit unbelievable.
Big sky, little bullet.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo is based for 16 Carroll County.
Here's another one.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna just overfly the field.
Again?
I think he's just overflying the field, or he's on base?
No, he's on base. He's the one who called base a moment ago.
Carroll County traffic, Skyline 10 Juliet is on the upwind for 16, and we're departing to the south from Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, experimental 907 Mike Bravo, final 16, full stop, Carroll.
You're very fast.
Yeah, and I think
Experimental airplanes are fast. I also suspect this is not his first flight in that airplane. You need to be, you need to go to the right here. But nobody mind, just swing around to the left, and you go into the run-up area. You're right, but we'll do it. Right, in the area over there. Okay, that's right. Alright, that's good, no further.
run up. The trim set to take off. Yes. Fuel selector on both. instrument. Airspeed is at 0 at the altitude. Indicator is lined up with the horizon. The field elevation, that's like around 800. That's like correct. The GSI is 0. The gyro, yep, that is correctly set. And the turn coordinator is the ball in the middle, and we have level flights, and the flag is straight out. Good. No engine. Should we do the run-up?
Say again?
Should we do the full run-up? So,
no, you haven't turned the engine off, so you don't move any of the engine controls,
okay.
But you still look at the engine gauges in the appropriate points on the list.
Okay. The oil pressure, oil temperature, RPM is low, so the vacuums are in the green bodies of the bag. So, ammeter check.
Always check the ammeter. Twice I've discovered that the ammeter, the alternators failed at this point in the flight. Yep, that's good.
I think that's it. Yep.
Okay, now the emergency briefing. What I would suggest you do is you brief what's going to happen if everything goes well first, because that gives you a mindset in which to put the emergency into context.
Okay.
You're going to take off out of here. Are you going to go straight ahead? Are you going to turn right? Are you going to turn left? Are you going to climb in the traffic pattern? Are you going to depart to the north? What are you going to do?
So if everything goes well, we will take off runway 16. We will climb to 1300, make a left turn, fly crosswind, and then fly back downwind. And once we are above 1600 feet, flying downwind, we will depart to the southwest, heading to the Woolly Gate.
Direct to the Woolly Gate, or are you going to go to somewhere else on the way?
We will be tracking the VOR, we'll be heading to the Westminster VOR, and from there to the Woolly Gates by the those white fuel tanks.
Okay. All right. So let's set your VOR up so that it will help you track to the direct to Westminster.
Okay, we have that's the correct frequency. Yep.
Contact flight service for additional details. Hazardous weather within a 150 nautical mile radius of the Westminster and Nottingham VOR reported at 22590 units. There are no hazardous weather advisories within 150 nautical miles of this Caroll pipeline. Flight of weather report by requested. Contact flight service for additional details. Hazardous weather within a 150 nautical mile radius of the Westminster and Nottingham VOR reported at 22590
You have the top pulled out.
There are no hazardous weather advisories within 150 nautical miles of this Caroll pipeline.
5 miles to the
Contact flight service for additional details.
You need the knob pulled out.
It is pulled out.
Okay, then you need to be patient. Yeah, we just
Yep,
missed it.
yep, I just missed it.
Yep.
Within 150 nautical miles of this Caroll pipeline. Flight of weather report by requested. Contact flight service for additional details. Hazardous weather within a 150 nautical mile radius of
Kill it there.
Westminster and
Because you now know that that setting is good for next time, so you just bring it into your headset.
Okay.
Okay. Have I explained to you why you need to pull the knob?
You did, but I forgot.
Okay. You don't need to know the detail of it, but there are 3 sub-frequencies for that frequency. One of them is the voice frequency, and when you push the knob in, you give priority to the voice frequency. Another one is the Morse frequency. When you pull the knob out, you give priority to the Morse frequency. And the third one, in this particular case, is a DME frequency, because it has DME. We don't have DME, so we can't receive it. But it has DME.
Okay.
So if we had distance measuring equipment in our airplane, we could receive on the third sub-frequency.
Okay, so that's why it says pull to identify the...
But on this radio, it says push to ident. See down there?
Yeah.
So in this radio, you have the same principle. It's just that you have to push to give priority to Morse, and and
What is your position?
pull, so to speak, or click
We are
to give
about
priority to voice.
6 miles
Okay.
Okay.
south
All
on
right.
34.
Now, you said that you would climb in the downwind to 1600. That's the traffic pattern altitude.
Yes.
Do you not think you need to climb above the traffic pattern altitude to get a safe altitude before you start turning?
Oh, so what I said is that on the downwind, we will be climbing, and once we pass 1600, then we can start the turn.
Well, 1600 is the traffic pattern altitude. So you're here at 1600 going that way.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming in here. They're just behind you over there. If you start a turn at this point, you'll hit them. Go up another 500 feet.
Okay.
Before you start any maneuver which isn't a traffic pattern maneuver.
Okay.
So go 2100 feet.
And then we'll be heading southwest.
Well, you'll be heading whatever this says. Well, the moment it's on from, you want it to show 2. Close to south because it was close to north before.
Yeah, so
Kill traffic, November 8904 Charlie, final 16.
I will be flying
1377,
175.
34, we're going to circle 16.
Yeah, 175, so heading south from here.
Yep. Right, so that's what we're going to do if everything goes well. Now, we just established that one of the things we're going to do when things go well is make a crosswind turn.
Yes.
So, what are you going to do when things go badly?
That plane looks like it's been pushed quite a lot by the wind. I mean, looking at the position in which it was. It looks better now, but...
My eyes are twice as old as your eyes. I don't see a plane.
So,
it wouldn't surprise me. After all, we had an 11-knot headwind on the base, so there's probably an 11-knot... Oh, you mean that one there?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, even I can see that one. He's very, very close into the traffic pattern, to the runway, though. He's just turned out because he's so close in.
So if things do not go as planned, and we are still on the runway, I will bring the throttle back to auto and the mixer to auto cutoff. I will raise the flaps so that we have maximum weight on the wheels and brake.
Yep.
If we are already off the ground and we still have some runway left, the throttle will go back to auto mixer to auto cutoff. Flaps to full so that we can get some drag and land back on the runway.
What speed?
We will be gliding at 65.
Yes.
Land on the runway, and once we touch down, we will raise the flap so that we can effectively brake the plane.
Okay.
If we take off and we don't have enough runway left, and we are below, and we are below 2,000.
Oh, no. You're going to turn through 90 degrees at 1300, aren't you?
Carroll County, Cessna 1377 uniform, midfield downwind
Yep.
for runway.
This is quite high.
Carroll County.
Runway is effectively 800.
Yeah. So if I add 1,000 to that, that will make like...
You don't need to do that much. You turn left.
Kill County traffic, November 8904 Charlie, clear.
You have an engine failure here. You only need to turn 135 degrees, and then you only need to glide a short distance back to the end of a long runway.
Okay.
So this can be only about 1,400 feet, only 600 feet above the runway.
60.
Yeah. The art here lies in defining as best you can the lowest altitude at which you stand at a reasonable chance of getting back to the runway. Because if you leave it till 2,000 like you said, you won't be at 2,000 until here. Well, you can certainly get back to the runway from there.
Yeah.
But on that basis, suppose you had an engine failure here at 1,800 feet. Then according to your definition, you would turn and land in some field. Probably bend the airplane in the process. So you want to define the minimum turn back altitude, not the turn back altitude above which you're guaranteed, no matter if you do it badly, you're still guaranteed the minimum turn back altitude at which you'll be able to get back to the runway if you do it well.
Okay.
Okay, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to minimize the time when you're at risk, about that much, the time at which you're at risk of having to put the airplane down in a farmer's field.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I would recommend 1,400 feet.
Okay. So, if we are below 1,300 feet, then, and we have no runway left, then we'll try to put it down somewhere. But if we are above 1,400 feet, then we can try and make it back to the runway.
Yep. Okay. I'm not sure whether I'll do it tonight. I need an airfield which doesn't have any other airplanes on it. But once I've got an airfield which doesn't have any other airplanes around, I will demonstrate this, show you it can be done.
Okay, now should we cut that guy off or just let him go?
Which would you prefer to do if you were him? Are you going to be ruthless, or are you going to be a gentleman?
I'm going to be a gentleman.
Okay, in that case, we'll watch him go past.
Traffic 137, menu from is on the go 16.
Caroll traffic 29501, 4 mile 45, 16, Caroll.
Oh, there's a lady flying.
Yeah.
Going to flight this back on.
That's Washington International Flight Academy. It's an outfit run by Israelis at Gaithersburg. That's about 10 airplanes.
I looked them up earlier.
Yep. Alright, let's turn around and go behind them.
Carroll County Airport, November 8904 Charlie. Is departing 16, so close traffic.
One of the things that they don't teach at Wi-Fi is to say the airfield name at the end of the transmission.
Yeah, that is important.
It is, and they don't teach it. It's a bit of a cowboy outfit, but we have to tolerate them. Now, if you turn about half left here,
29501 down 116.
just half left, then stop. Now you can still see base and the late downwind.
Yes.
When she's cleared.
Turn right,
not yet, because you're not ready to take the runway yet. Don't do that until you're actually ready to take the runway. Who knows, you might be sitting here another 10 minutes. Your rev's back to 1,000 too, because you'll burn less fuel during that 10 minutes. Once she's off the ground, then you can decide whether there's anybody else interfering with your pleasure.
There's no one else.
You checked in all the right places?
Yes.
Alright, then lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action first before you start taxiing. Before you start.
Wait here.
No, well, you shouldn't do that, because now you've blocked the view of everybody else while you wait. Lights, camera, action.
29501, base for 16.
Lights, camera,
Lights.
Camera,
Camera's recording.
action.
Oliver's forward.
Now you start taxiing, and at the same time you announce.
8904 Charlie, left crosswind 16, Carroll.
The Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike, taking runway 16 departure to the south, Carroll County.
Favor, swing left and then right again. Swing left now and now right. Hard right, hard right, hard right. Let's have a final look at. That's good. All right, okay. All right, now let's go. Not too brutal. So this is going to be a normal takeoff. Right. So you're going to rotate at 55 and you're going to lower the nose to remaining ground effect until you get 70, then you've got to climb at 76. How's your revs?
Revs are good.
Temperatures and pressures?
All good.
Alright. So rotate
55.
55. Lower the nose now. Remain it. Lower the nose more. More. Keep the airplane in ground effect till you get to 70 and then climb.
76 and climbing.
You've got about 80 now, so you're not climbing as well as you would do if you're at 76.
Chester traffic, Skyhawk 3537 Bravo is 5 miles to the east, going to overfly the field and do a right teardrop entry to enter left downwind on 32 Winchester.
Carroll County Airport, 894 Charlie, turning left,
1300. Turn to the left.
Too much rudder for the aileron.
So, question, I'm turning left, but the ball is
That's right.
going to the right.
That's because you put in too much rudder for the aileron. Remember, when you first start the turn, the aileron is only about 2 degrees, so you only need 2 degrees worth of rudder. As the aileron increases, so the rudder should increase. These two should be coordinated.
Okay.
Alright, we didn't actually turn 90 degrees because you didn't pick a place underneath the wing and turn to it.
I picked the place, but I think I got the wrong one.
Okay.
Turn left again.
Make sure nobody's coming down.
No one's coming down.
Alright. Just a smidgen of rudder when you have a smidgen of aileron. And as you add 2 smidgens of aileron, so 2 smidgens of rudder. 3 smidgens of aileron, 3 smidgens of rudder. Now you want the airplane to be, whether you want the ball in the middle, keep the ball in the middle because you're climbing. Now you want the airplane to be configured for a climb.
501, left crosswind for 16.
So configure it for the climb. And head a bit left because the wind's getting hold of you and blowing you to the North Pole. Make a call saying your midfield downwind 16 high, departing to the south towards Westminster.
Hello. Carroll County traffic, 783 Parker Mike, midfield high, runway 16, turning left heading south toward Westminster.
At Carroll County?
Oh, Carroll County.
Good.
I was looking for the field name and I forgot the field name.
It's alright.
Flying midfield, doing tier.
Carroll County traffic, 894 Charlie, on the go, 16 Carroll.
175 is what I'm looking for.
Well, you're a bit different place than you were before, so just twiddle the knob. Just turn to 175 though, turn to 175 because you're about 8 degrees off. So turn to 175 and then...
501, midfield downwind for 16.
Then you can adjust the VOR. Right, here you got 175 now. Thereabouts, so bring the needle into the middle.
Carroll traffic, 894 Charlie, turn
And that's what you should
cross
track.
16 Carroll.
Let's try 180.
Right. I want you to make a call now. Carroll County. 3 Foxtrot Mike is overhead Carroll County, climbing through 2,600 feet, departing to the south of Carroll County.
Delta is 9 miles to the northeast, inbound runway 16, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, 783 Foxtrot Mike is overflying Carroll County through 2,700 feet, a departure to the south, Carroll County.
Carroll County traffic, 894 Charlie, is downwind for 16 Carroll.
Look
501, trying to base for 16.
and back up.
Winchester traffic 3537 Bravo is turning downwind 32 Winchester.
Now steering 190, whereas your radial is 180, so you need to come left a little bit.
Carroll traffic 29501, final for 16. Carroll County 8904 Charlie, turning left space 16 Carroll.
Queen City, it's Fiberlands 39526. We are now 7 to the east. We're coming straight in on 25, Lance 526.
Alright, let's switch to Potomac. Origin 132775. Okay, you got everything else under control? You got your revs where you want them, your trim where you want it? Everything healthy?
Everything healthy.
Okay. What I want you to do is you're going to talk to Potomac approach. You're going to say, and you need to have a pencil ready. You're going to say, Potomac approach, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is north of Westminster, SFRA to Tipton, please.
Okay. Westminster.
Yeah, don't pull the control column back while you're doing this.
Sure.
Now, he is going to give you a squawk code and he's going to tell you to remain outside the SFRA. You read back the squawk code and you just say outside SFRA.
Okay.
And then once he actually sees 3 sweeps, then he will say you are approved to enter the SFRA or you'll proceed into the SFRA or some words like that.
Okay.
And you then acknowledge that you can proceed into the SFRA. Okay? You want to give it a try?
Yep.
Alright.
Potomac approach, November 783 Foxtrot Mike, north of the Westminster VOR, SFRA to Tipton, please.
You said you're over Westminster VOR, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, roger. Contact Potomac on 125.52, 2552 for the inbound.
125.55.
125.52,
12552. Read it back.
125.52. To Potomac.
Now pull the nose up. Okay. So ease the airplane down. Ease the airplane down. You're climbing. You don't want to climb. Ease the airplane down, and while you're doing that, change the decimal integers to 125. Ease the airplane down, and the decimals to 52. You're probably in an updraft now, so push the airplane down against the updraft. 525. 525.
525.
And press the button. And check your heading. You're now 20 degrees off to the right.
Yeah, I was looking for some letter over there.
Turn left to 180. Push the nose down though. Push the nose down. The airplane's flying. Alright, you're going to say the same thing to this guy. This is also Potomac approach, just a different sector.
Okay. Potomac approach, November 783 Foxtrot Mike, north of the Westminster VOR, SFRA to Tipton, please.
Sir, 783 Foxtrot Mike, contact approach 128.7, 287, remain outside the SFRA.
Alright.
128.7, 3 Foxtrot Mike.
Okay, now, set 1287.
Cherokee 6570 Juliet, 3,500. 36,570 Juliet,
Alright, now, we press the button. You've allowed the airplane to climb again. We've got to be cognizant of the fact that we're flying towards the SFRA all the time.
Yes.
You remember I gave you those slow flight numbers? Have you got them in the bottom of your...
I do.
Pull it up, pull it up.
for 4,000, we're on the chirp.
No, you shouldn't need to waste time pulling it out. It should be readily available. Immediately available. Just pull it up. Now, set the airplane up to fly at 65 knots. Now.
65, curve, heat up.
10,250 knots.
And 1900 RPM. And flaps to 30 degrees. So, kilo 110. Give it some time. Below 80 I will drop to 20 and 30.
Okay, alright. Now, you've bought yourself time to try it with the third guy. Keep it down at 3,300 though, don't let it climb. There's your oil tanks over there. Alright.
Yep, okay, see them.
Push down, push down, push down. Right.
Tillamook approach, November 783, Foxtrot Mike, south of the Westminster GOR, SFRA to Tipton, please.
November 783, Foxtrot Mike, squawk 4624, remain outside the SFRA.
4624, clear out of the SFRA, 3 Foxtrot Mike.
Endeavor 5223, contact departure 118.9.
Just adjust the power now so you maintain 3,300.
Endeavor 5223.
That red sun over there.
Yeah.
Brickyard 4754.
This is the first time I see a red sun.
19.85, have a nice day.
1985, do the same, good night.
November 783, Foxtrot Mike, transponder observed, proceed on course outside of Class Bravo, Baltimore altimeter 3004.
Outside of Class Bravo, altimeter 3004, 3 Foxtrot Mike, thank you.
Good, alright. Now, configure the airplane back to normal, but don't raise the flap all at once because you'll raise the stall.
2049, 1.8.
Power.
Southwest 2049,
carburetor
Potomac
heat.
departure radar contact.
As the speed builds, bring the flaps up.
I'll be on the Chirp 6, 7,000.
And let's climb back up to 3,300 feet. All in the center. You need some right rudder because you're flying so slow.
Above 65, I can raise the last flap.
Okay.
Southwest 2197, contact departure 118.905, have a nice day.
1895, you have a good evening, sir, so it's 2197.
Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't so difficult.
You do get occasionally that where you get bounced around between the frequencies. It happens to me about once a month.
Wow.
If ever you get the chance to visit Potomac Approach, grab it. They have open days about once a month on Saturday mornings.
2049,
but it's so popular that they put the word out on email, and it's fully subscribed within about 20 minutes. But if you get the opportunity to go there, it's a huge place.
I'd like to go actually to
Potomac departure radar.
have a sense of how they do what they do.
Maintain 7,000.
Climb via the Chirp 6, set maintain 7,000 Southwest 3706.
Alright, now we don't have a hope in hell of seeing the Triadelphia Reservoir from here. So I'm going to show you a trick when we get over the oil tanks. You've got your chart out, you're pulling the stick back, the airplane's climbing. Don't let it climb, push it forward, if necessary push it forward. Let's get down to 3,300 feet because
Southwest 3607, climb via the Chirp 6 departure.
Climb via the Chirp 6, Southwest 3607.
Southwest 2049, contact departure 118.905, have a good day.
1895, Southwest 2049, have a good one.
So have you got the chart showing you your actual route of flight, or is it uselessly folded up?
No, I have the route of flight.
Where?
So the next point should be the dam by the reservoir.
Okay. See that cross there?
Yes.
Turn it round. That is Cleat.
Cleat, yes.
Okay. I'm going to use the GPS now. We're going to go direct. Press the button.
Southwest departure, Southwest 2330, we're climbing via the 6, I maintain 4,000. Southwest 2330, Potomac departure, radar contact, climb via the Chirp 6 departure.
Climb via the Chirp 6, Southwest 2330.
Still like November 8904, Charlie is 10 miles north of the Woolgate, requesting SFRA code.
Enter, and it says 177 degrees. So turn to 177 degrees.
657 and outside SFRA for now for 894 Charlie.
Continue flying 3300. Very soon, quite soon, the reservoir
Charlie transponder observe, proceed on course outside
will appear, and you can then adjust. Instead of going to a place which is just left of the reservoir, you can go to the reservoir.
894 Charlie.
Southwest 3607.
It'd be much better if you had both panels out and you didn't need to pull it out. You're wasting the resource there, you're wasting the resource there by having to use that resource to hold the map. This is not good cockpit management, cockpit resource management. Much better cockpit resource management would be
So I have some of it on this side.
Yeah, that's right. The panel you're on and the panel you're going to go to. There's the panel you're on, and there's the panel you're going to go to. There's the reservoir. You see that lake at about 1 o'clock?
I see it.
Okay, let's when it's safe to do so, let's turn and aim at that. Now we want to be at 2,300 feet by the time we're at the far end of the lake.
Yes, right there.
Because we're in a headwind, your ground speed may be, what's that, about 98?
Yes, about 98, yeah.
93, so you've got a 5-knot headwind up here. And on the way down, you know that you're going to go to Tipton, don't you? So you know you need the Tipton AWOS. So why not use the spare time you've got now to dial up the Tipton AWOS?
Southwest 23, disregard.
1, 2, 3.
Pull, and pull. That's right. You may have the volume down because we turned the volume down because of that.
235 Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 7, clear, below 12,000, temperature 26 Celsius, dew point 25, altimeter 3007, remarks, density altitude 1,400. Tipton Airfield. Automated weather observation 2353 Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 7, clear, below 12,000, temperature 26 Celsius, dew point 25, altimeter 3007.
Southwest 496, 1.44.
Southwest 496, Potomac departure, radar contact, fine via the Turf 6 departure.
I'll be at Turf 6, Southwest 496.
300.
Potomac approach November 728 Sierra Papa with you to 1,400.
November 728 Sierra Papa, Potomac approach, Baltimore altimeter 3004, proceed on course outside of class Bravo.
The other way of finding the Philadelphia Reservoir from Westminster is it's on the 192 radial.
Skyhawk
Okay.
So if you wanted to find it, you didn't have GPS, you could dial the 192 radio and just intercept and track outbound on the 192 radio.
Sierra Bravo.
I know it looks as though it's not, because this VOR is 4 degrees inaccurate, 4 degrees incorrect.
And how do you know that?
Because I know that we should be on the 192 radio. Actually, we're around 2 degrees now.
Oh.
It's 2 degrees to the right.
Thomas Delta 1634 with you.
Let's have a look at the last VOR check for this airplane.
1634 Potomac departure, radar contact, line via the Turp 6 departure.
Line via the Turp 6 departure Delta 1634.
Well, the difference between the two of them was 2 degrees, but it didn't say what either of them was in its own right. So when you get here, you're going to turn to about 140 and start the descent to 1,300 feet, and you're looking for the multi-legged water tank on your left.
Yep, yeah, right above the...
Yep.
Southwest 496, departure 118.9 or 5, have a good day.
1895, good night, Southwest 496.
Start the descent now. About 140. Got 155 at the moment.
Okay.
Potomac approach, Cessna 1377 uniform at 3000.
You need to go down at your cruise descent, bottom of the arena, because when you've got a west wind behind you, you're going to be, your ground speed is going to be faster than your airspeed on this leg, and if you don't get down quickly, you could get pushed into the Class B airspace.
Okay.
Potomac Southwest 398 out of 2000, climbing via the Turp 6, set maintaining 4.
Southwest 398 Potomac departure, radar contact, climb via the Turp 6 departure.
Climb via the Turp departure, Southwest 398.
Skyhawk 1377 uniform, transponder observed, proceed on course outside of Class Bravo, Baltimore altimeter 3004.
3004.
Going down. You know that even if you don't know where you are, you know that very soon you need to be at 1,300 feet.
Yes.
Use caution, multiple aircraft in the vicinity of the Gaithersburg Airport.
Potomac approach. Skyhawk, November 782 Fox Mike.
Skyhawk 728 Foxtrot Mike Potomac.
782 Fox Mike is on file for Paleo to Tipton.
Paleo to Tipton.
Yep, he's coming in from the east. See a single leg, see the multi-leg water tower just to the left of it?
Yeah, right behind it.
That gives you a context.
November,
Now you can't see the gorge now, but you can see a slight dip in the trees.
Yes.
1 o'clock, okay, that's where the gorge is. So just come a little bit to the right.
2455, 2 Fox Mike.
Southwest 365 Potomac departure.
And you're going to stop at 1,300 feet.
Departure.
I'm in Turp 6, South 365.
Potomac Liberty Jet 92 with you level 10,000, check RASA.
What was the call sign?
Liberty Jet 92, LRT 92.
Liberty Jet 92 Potomac approach, Baltimore altimeter 3004.
Fine,
Okay.
it's there.
Yeah. Now I can see the water.
Yep. When we pass the road, if you're north of the bridge, you'll be able to look along the road and see the bridge.
1634, contact departure.
I can see the bridge on there.
5, good day.
338.
Okay.
The bridge is right there.
All right, so let's fly over the bridge.
Skyhawk 8 Sierra Papa, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles westbound Cherokee 1500.
Traffic not in sight for, traffic in sight, no factor for Sierra Papa.
Roger.
You remember that when you came here in the opposite direction, when we were here, we turned 15 degrees
Yeah,
right,
we need to
turn 15 degrees left.
Maintain 12, 12,000, Liberty Jet 92.
15 should be around there.
Pick a place you're going to turn to, and then turn to it. Just 15 degrees, just 15 degrees. You've turned too much. You've turned way too much. You need to come about 10 degrees right. You've turned too much. Turn 10 degrees right.
Departure
So let's
Southwest
pull them over there.
48, 1,000. Let me be the acidic, so maintain 4,000.
Southwest 1148.
Oh, okay, I see.
Departure
All right.
contact.
Now,
I see the down there.
you need to set up the airfield CTAP frequency.
Liberty Jet 92, maintain 15,000.
Maintain 15,000, Liberty Jet 92.
Southwest 398, contact departure 118.9 or 5. Have a good day.
1985, good night, Southwest 398.
But that's hard to...
Departure,
122,
Mike 10,000.
12905. 12305.
Okay,
305.
Expect higher in about 10 miles.
Roger, 3005.
Keep the airplane tracking to where you wanted to go while you're doing that.
Charlie, I have Gettysburg in sight and requesting to do some
Alright, don't switch yet. You can't switch until you've agreed with Potomac. You're just looking for the racetrack. You're going over the dam. Where's the dam on my side?
Roger, remain on your code till landing frequency.
By the same heading for the racetrack.
I see the racetrack.
48 Charlie, do you have the phone number to call?
Affirmative, sir, I have the number and I'm keeping the code till landing and frequency change approved for 894 Charlie.
Damage at 823 on guard. Contact Washington Center 13355, 3355.
Liberty Jet 92, what speed are you going to do in the climb?
You're turning right all the time. I don't know why you're turning right, but you are.
Roger.
I'm just trying to fly left of the racetrack.
You want to fly over it. You want to fly directly over the racetrack.
Okay.
The reason why you fly to the left of the racetrack when we're coming this way is because inevitably you are actually south of the runway when you see the racetrack. So a line from south of the runway goes on the south side of the racetrack.
Okay.
But when you're coming back, you want to go over the middle of the racetrack.
Contact departure 118.9.
Okay, so just turn to go over the middle of the racetrack.
Yep.
You see a flashing light over there? Green
Oh,
and white.
I was expecting
Green.
the field to be further, but it's right here. I see it.
Okay, all right.
Southwest 374, Potomac departure radar contact.
You got your downwind checks ready?
I do.
Southwest 374.
Okay, Grand Mike climb and maintain 12,000.
12,000, X-ray Mike.
Tomac 783 Foxtrot Mike has Tipton in sight.
November 3, Foxtrot Mike, remain on your code till landing frequency change approved. There does appear to be one in the pattern.
Foxtrot Mike, thank you. Good day.
There it is one in front of us.
Oh, that's I don't know, airliner going over us. Somebody over there. Tipton traffic, Cessna 783 Foxtrot Mike is inbound from the northwest, 3 miles to run. Anybody in the traffic pattern at Tipton?
We got 572 Mike Deltas down here in the west run-up area hovering.
Okay, so 3 Foxtrot Mike is going to make a downwind join to runway 28 at Tipton. Alright, start the descent down to 1,000 feet on your present heading. Pick a place directly in front of you, go down to 1,000 now.
Washington Center, Gamma Jet 823.
Once you get down to 1,000 feet, then set up traffic pattern configuration.
Okay.
This isn't an approved join, but there's nobody in flight, so we've got the airspace to ourselves. Right. Just hold this present heading, but maintain.
Traffic, Bonanza 8644 Mike is
Raise the nose.
24 New Guard traffic.
Raise the nose. Maintain 1,000. Now turn left and parallel the runway map. Revs to 2,000. You needed 2,000 to maintain traffic pattern altitude at Carroll County. You'll need it here.
I'm on 118.75. I don't know if that's any good or not. You want me
Okay.
to find out for you? 3355, Gamma Jet 823, thank you.
Tipton traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike is early downwind 28, option Tipton. Alright, Do you think you might be a bit close into the runway?
Yes.
Oh, then move it out a bit. When the airplane's configured, then do your call, then do your checks.
Traffic, Bonanza 8644, Mike, simulator engine out to runway 24, and you're going traffic.
You're losing altitude because you don't have enough power. A bit more power.
Okay.
Right.
Looks good. Tipton traffic, 73 Foxtrot Mike, midfield downwind, runway 28 at Tipton.
You're going traffic, Bonanza 8644, Mike, turning, final runway 24, simulated engine out.
You're still very close, and the wind is blowing you from the south, so turn a bit further out. Right, checks now.
Fuel selector on both. Mixture, full reach, 2000 RPM. Out of here on.
Okay, now because you're close in and the wind's going to be behind you on base leg, then when you turn base, bring the power back to about 1200 revs and let the airplane sink at 75 knots.
Okay.
That way you'll get a higher sink rate. Start the turn now because you've got about 120 degrees to turn. Bring the power back to 1200, flaps to 20, pitch for 75. Bring that power back to 1200, pitch for 75. Tipton traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike left base, 28 Tipton. Alright. You're still a little bit high, just bring it round now. And you see how you overshot, so just bring the airplane back in a smooth, coordinated S-turn back onto the centre line. Tipton traffic's 3 Foxtrot Mike is half mile final, 28 option Tipton. Fly towards the two lights there.
Okay.
Fly towards the two lights there. Start the turn now, and you'll be on the centre line. 70 knots. Okay, you can glide from here. Power back, power back.
Flaps.
Pitch for 65 simultaneously. There's no wind. No wind, remember?
Yeah.
Hold 65. Hold 65. You're drifting to the right. Hold 65. Lower the nose. You're not getting 65. You're getting 60. Lower the nose. Eyes to the far end.
Yeah.
Raise the nose. 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 Right. Go around. Go around. Go around. Go around. I have control. Tipton traffic, Cessna 3 Foxtrot Mike is going around 28 Tipton. Alright, now the fundamental reason why that happened was because when you decided you could glide, you didn't pitch back for 65. Because you maintained 75 knots and you were travelling to the runway much faster than you should have been travelling